Let's jump in. We're at chapter, I don't know what. This is Dead End. We were about to leave the city and go into, I think, the sewers. So let's check this out. Duncan returns. Hi, asleep. Welcome in. What is the, Okay, so. Who are you? Have I met you before? No. Joxy. Look at all the great stuff that falls into our trash. So many treasures. You should visit Barterman. Yeah, we have. Thanks. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. Maybe just the music down a little more. We'll see how that goes. I was listening back to the VOD and it was still kind of loud. I'll do this real quick too. Okay, last time on Stray, we sort of finished up the city area. I said I was gonna play off stream and do more exploration. I didn't end up having time for that. So our next mission is to leave. We're leaving. We didn't get all the music, but we had a really good time listening to the music. We put the transceiver thing at the top of the tower. We met Doc. We reunited Doc with his son, Seamus. And we contemplated how it is that a robot could have a son in this game. But look how cute they are. Aww. Thank you for the reminder, Maggie. No hints or help or spoilers or tips. Unless I say a safe word, I'm gonna try to figure it all out on my own. Let's go! Momo is waiting for you on his boat. You can join him, but have you done everything you wanted to in here? Because I'll close the door behind you. Don't want any Zerks coming through. Bye, city! Let's go! They didn't close it yet. This is cool. Little dock here. Oh, now it's closed. Creepy. Bye. I'm nervous. I'm nervous already. Kitty catwalk, yeah. Cute plants. Momo! What's up, Momo? Hello! I'm gonna do a quick look around. Your little hut. A little sign for rain and surveillance, and hold hands while crossing the street. I can't get off the pier. Because I don't think that's a solid land mass. I think it's all floating trash. Alright, let's go. I can't believe you found Doc and got the defluxer. With this now we can go find Baltazar. Let's go. Oh yeah, we got a weapon last stream. We got a giant purple light beam that explodes the Zerks. The tardigrades. Duncan, you're missing all the action. If I go in there, he'll look up at me and you'll get to see that on camera. Otherwise, it's just full nap mode. The sewers. This place is creepy. Yeah? Pretty creepy. I don't want the purple light, I just want the regular flashlight. Sometimes you gotta nap as hard as you can. Being a cat is rough. No, how do I make that? Oh, no, okay, there we go. Still creepy, yeah. How do we get through this gate here? Our king needs an amount of slumber equivalent to the power of his reign. Yeah. He oversees an entire domain. It takes a lot of work. It's exhausting. Meow. 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 Oh. Oh. I would like for Momo to come with us. There's a lever. Somebody gonna come through this door? I don't like it. Let me walk right up to it. What are those? Are those gonna explode? I need to go get that lever. Oh. Oh. They're nasty. Do we explode them preemptively? Probably should have. Ugh. Very gross. How do I turn off the flashlight? Like, if I just have the regular flashlight on and I want to turn it off and not use the purple flashlight, I need to figure out how to do that. Never been this far out of the slums. I'm not even scared. With you here, I'm not even scared. Aww. He rules over both physical and digital realm. Yeah, we are all his subjects. It's true. It's so true. It's gross down here. Hi, Magus. Welcome in. It's one of those buttons. I don't know which one. I know this left on the D-pad turns it on and off. But if I use left bumper for the purple, that also... I'm just gonna use left on the D-pad. That works. I don't know if there's another option that's a bumper button, but it doesn't seem like it. Okay. Short little boat ride. End of chapter. All done! We made it through the sewers! Meow. Meow. All this old machinery is broken now. I think we can open it manually. Okay. How do we do that? with the chain. Meow. Good job, Momo. Jump below the door won't hold for long. But I want you to come with me. I can't go with you. I won't stop looking for a way. When you find Balthazar and Clementine, tell them I was brave. No, you gotta come with me. No! This is Jabu Jabu's belly all over again. What is this? Biohazard. Ugh. Ugh. But we don't have thumbs. Can I explode the walls? Is it all like biomass? No. No! Robot body. Some of them have a dew claw, yeah. It's not the same as a thumb though. I don't think. This is the worst part of the game. Now we're going into the freezer? Human personnel only. Oh, I keep thinking these are little cat boxes I can go inside, and they're not. There's just a body on the wall? Oh, and there's eggs everywhere. I miss Momo. I wanted Momo to come with us. Do you think there's a way to find the switch so that you can bring Momo with? Pepsi, how's it going? Welcome in. No. No, 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 no. No, I hate this. Oh. Okay, let's go back with Momo. Wait, it's not... You can't even sprint through this stuff because it's so nasty. It's interesting, you can get these eggs to hatch, but you cannot... It only makes more things appear, and I'm gonna try sprinting past instead. Because the time it takes them to hatch should give me like a little bit of a head start anyway. Right? Hoping for a Switch port, yes. I don't know if it's on Xbox. I'm playing on PC. I don't know if there was stuff in the other direction too. I'm coming over here.
Yes, yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
look at all those creatures. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Oh, this part is gross and scary. And so dark. Can I go back up again? No? Oh, okay. I have to go this way, I think. Have to root for Jen Backpack Cat in the meantime. You live in Canada, nice. Very cool. Okay, I'm gonna sprint past you! I don't know where I'm going! This is a dead end! Oh, are all these... Oh god. Doors locked? Oh, this. Oh, dear. No, I can't go that way? You gotta be kidding me. Oh. Oh, I'm stuck on the edge there. Oh my god. I got stuck on the corner. Oh, it reset me here before they all hatched. That's nice. And I won't take the wrong turn again. I don't understand, like... I don't know, whatever. We'll just keep going. Can we be done with that? I don't... It's not that hard, but I don't... Once they're on you, you can't use the purple light anymore, so I don't know what the point of the purple light is. I mean, I do know the point of it, but I just feel like the charge, it doesn't last long enough to take out everything before you get to it, so you just end up dodging. I would rather just dodge. Every time I'm like, oh, I'll use the purple light, I end up dying. This is nasty in here, too. Finally, Google tardigrade. Yeah, exactly. They're just little tardigrades. That's all they are. I hope Momo finds us. We have to do 2 of these? Oh no! No, get your eyeballs off of me! Oh! Ah. There's too many, there's too many of them. Tryptophobia warning, yeah, definitely. With all the eyeballs and craters and everything nasty. Does opening this alert them? Yeah. What in the Resident Evil? I did not think this was gonna be a scary game. I don't appreciate it. As you may be well aware, I do not do scary games. know how I'm supposed to get over there. Alright, let's look around before I open the first lock, because once you open the first lock, you get ambushed, so you can't really make any wrong turns. I'm just hoping this doesn't end up being a Gato Roboto situation. I feel like it's unlucky to wear this shirt again, because I wore this when we played Gato Roboto. And I loved that game until a certain point where I couldn't play it anymore. Let's try doing this one first instead. There, that was better to go to this one first. I don't know where they all are. Open, open, open. Let's get out of here. There's a nice arrow. Okay, good. Oh, creepy eyes everywhere. Ugh. Ugh. Maybe Red Wagon. Hi, welcome in. I don't know. I don't really want to stop to look around in here. Ugh. B12. Okay, that was very forgiving. I feel like they're all kind of jumping up in the air, but not latching on at the moment. Oh, go, 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 make it under the door! Yes! Siloom, welcome in. Wolf, welcome in. How's it going? Oh, poor little B12. Oh! It was dark. I was alone. I felt like I was back in the network. But you saved me. Thank you, friends. Drawing that much power was rough on my core. The deflexor is completely destroyed. We'll have to be careful. Okay, well, I wasn't really using it that much anyway. Hi, Tilted. Welcome in. We're in a creepy section of this game. Can I use the flashlight still? Yeah. I need to play with this. ventilation system. We can go in here now. Okay. That was weird. Can we... Okay. Let's dig through the trash for a minute. Okay. Nice. Good. Good trash. Oh, there's a hole just big enough for us to go through. Is this a turkey on a stick? What is this? It's a tardigrade on a stick. Oh. And the symbol for the outsiders. And this just looks locked. Alright. Zerk stick, yeah. This game is so great. They really nailed acting like a cat. The urge to knock things over has spilled into my real life. Yeah. I'm doing the same. Knocking over all the stuff I can find. Momo? Clementine? Balthazar? Baladin. A traveler from the sewers. We haven't seen one of you in ages. Are you the one who contacted us earlier? The little outsider? Balthazar the outsider has been expecting you. He's meditating at the top of our village. It's so green in here. Tardigrade on a stick coming to your local state fair. When are tardigrades gonna get that big? Ant village. I can't stick around. I'm trying to avoid spoilers. I hope you have a fun stream. Thanks, Kazuka. Take care. I totally understand. We'll see you around. Don't get spoilers. Oh, there's flowers growing in here. They've got a little city. This is nice. Maybe not a city, maybe a treehouse. This machine. The scientists I assisted used one of these. He was sick. This was his last hope. He walked into the machine, but I wasn't with him. He was alone. What was he doing? He uploaded himself into the computer and then everything was different. But the upload, something went wrong. He was stuck for hundreds of years. Until a little cat appeared. It's you! You're the scientist? Was it? It was me. I was the scientist. I was human. I need a moment. Aww. What is this game? The Talus Principle? Humans, robots, and cats. And frogs. They're all the same. Smash. Oh, it didn't break. It's okay. There's so many cozy nooks. I need to go back and make some screenshots for wallpaper. Definitely. Really good screenshots in this game. Can't wait until they come out with a photo mode. Yeah, I hope so. Look at this. I'm sorry, I need a moment. I don't feel like talking right now. Okay, fair. Oh, well. Oh, that one doesn't have any paint inside. Little paw prints. Paw prints of paint. Hi. I can't meet anybody yet. I can jump up here though and knock over some more paint. Oh, those ones do have paint in them. I'm redecorating. Duncan, don't get any ideas. Gotta keep the claws sharp. Okay, I'm having trouble rolling these around. That's alright. Oh, I got spoiled on this achievement. I have too many friends playing this game. Oh, actually, I don't even think I got it from other people playing. I think I accidentally saw the achievements list and this was on it. Mahjong! Hi Boba, welcome in. You know I would have done that anyway, but now we got the achievement. We're a menace. Aww. Take purple plant. I can't yet because of B12 is still not wanting to talk to anyone. Or do anything. And that's okay. Just cat things. Yeah, the usual. I can't remember this memory. I'm having a hard time knocking things off of the ledge. Can I take a nap on this couch? No? I can scratch it. Have you ever played Mahjong? A little bit. Mostly just the mobile one on my phone. I played with real tiles once. But it was a long time ago. I don't remember much about it. Because the phone one is just matching and you don't have 4 people sitting around a table. It's just you versus yourself. It's not the same. Ever see the Absolute Vodka short film called I'm Here? It's cute with robot people living with regular people and they look like robots in the game. No, I've not seen that. I kind of want to go watch it now. It's a really nice treehouse. Yeah, I like this area. Oh, you're back. What else have I forgotten? I must have had parents, friends. What happened to everyone? I wanted to open the city, but is there anyone left to save? Yeah? Can I... Nope, not yet. That's okay. Take your time. We're just gonna keep on climbing. Whoa. Oh, you're meditating. Wow. What is this? Ha! Hey, don't you know not to interrupt a fellow during his transcendental meditation? Oh, it's you! You were with Momo when we received the call earlier. I'm glad to meet you at last, little outsider. You know Momo and Doc, so you're already familiar with us outsiders. I miss them. Their memory brings me peace. Momo stayed in the slums. I heard you helped find Doc, and Clementine... She's in Midtown now. If you still want to see the outside, she's the one who can get you there. Apparently she had some kind of plan to leave the city. Here, take this. I wrote her address on the back of this picture. Aw, cute! Hi, Cavernous, welcome in. Has nothing to do with vodka as far as I remember. It's sort of like the book The Giving Tree, but with robot people. Cool. Is Duncan grooming? Oh yeah, Duncan's doing a little grooming for you. Lots of feels. Here, wait. Duncan. Oh. I have a hard time, like, moving this around to be in the right spot. There he is. The legend. OBS what? Oh, okay. He's so good. He's so good. Look at him. The man, the myth. Duncan. Yeah. We have to pause all gameplay for Duncan cameos. Like, if he does anything, I have to stop and look. To reach Midtown, climb our little village. It should be easy for a dexterous one like you. If you manage to reach the outside, you will be the very first. I'd wish you good luck, but you don't need it. I believe in you. Look at this cool setup. Sorry for shutting down earlier. I'm human, probably the last in the world. Now look what's left of me. So much has come back to me. How much have I forgotten? Maybe if we find Clementine, we can restore my memories and get you back home at the same time. We can go back down and find out more from the companions or head onward to Midtown. I want a screenshot of this, like, Baltazar's room. How do I get this all in frame without the little UI overlay of talk to Baltazar? That'll do. Making sure he looks his best, yeah. Why are the robots all obsessed with the little gold welcome cats? Oh, that's so sweet. Wait. I gotta be ready. Hold on. Okay, I got a screenshot of that too. Hi, dude. Welcome in. How's it going? It's on YouTube too? Okay, sounds good, Siloom. I will want to give it a watch.
Welcome to Earth.
Chuck, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. We're a cat again. We're having the best day with Duncan. Hi. I want to meet all of these companions. Okay. Cookie May. This food is actually horrible, but it's the only thing around. I'll have to unscrew my front casing if I keep eating this trash. People call me Tin Chef. I specialize in upcycling leftovers. Nico. Today's special, ramen J45 with my secret ingredient. Okay, what do robots eat? Cat game. It's so good. Mineki Neko is what the waving cats. Yeah, welcome cats. They're good luck. They're good for business too, right? What is in your bowl? It looks like bundles of wire in a broth? Okay. I want to ride down in the little bucket. Oh, it's so cute! I need a push. Somebody give me a push. Oh, and we can take a nap on this little pile of pillows. Oh. Bless. Secret ingredient might be antifreeze, probably. Music time. Duncan and Duncan are both asleep. I heard different Mineki Neko give different blessings depending on where they're displayed. Changing their color and which paw they wave, or waving with both, is supposed to give different effects. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Look at this place. Oh, I didn't even notice the little ramen neon sign. It's so beautiful. I should have napped at all the napping spots for longer because they all pan out like this and give you a shot that you can't really get anywhere else. Pan out probably isn't the right word. Zoom out? I don't know. It's great. Look at this. Top tier game. Except for when you're being chased by tardigrades. So good. We gotta go find that purple plant again. We gotta meet everyone. Hello there, it's been so long since we've had a visitor. Well, except these damn Zerks, of course. Imagine if we could harness their power, having them run in a wheel or something. Such wasted potential. When I grow up, I want to be like Aunt Clementine. So, how are these robots all related? All camera movements are pan cinematographers. You could see them. Of all the people I would expect to correct me on that, it would be you, Semi. To be like, no, it's not a pan, it's a... I don't remember the different words, though. I wanted to explore like she did, but the grown-ups forbade us to leave Ant Village. Bylight and Kundalik. Bylight or Bilite? I don't want to get too fancy here. Some of them are bi. There you go. Thanks, dude. I would like to meet you. Electric Zerk everywhere. Isaac. Meow. Meow. This is where we can go out on the tree branch. Oh, we're scared. Oh, okay. $9,536 games won to 6. Don't tell anybody. I'm actually programmed to win at this game, Marie. And this is... Oh, I just jumped through the table. I want to meet this other person. Hi. Yeah, it's okay. I want to play. Fine. Oh! I can't meet you while you're picking up the pieces? Oh, well now I just feel bad. Did you know there are more than 900 shades of white paint? Don't tell anyone, but I'm creating my own shade of paint. I'm calling it Garbage Brown. May. The robots in this village don't want to look at any of my items. They don't want to look at my inventory so far. Hello. Mumuk? I do love the smell of fresh paint. It reminds me of... Oh, wait. I can't smell anything. How sad. Oh, you're crying. Let my meows cheer you up. Saurus? May is in her deconstructivist period, so she says. I'm sure she'll become a great artist. If only she could practice elsewhere. Y'all are very cute. Oh, there's a memory somewhere too. Was that what May was painting? There's a memory that I have to remember. I think it was higher up. Can I meet you yet? Ah, there. Gnome. Statistically, I should have won at least 8 times. Well, good luck. Singing along. Here we go. This language, the companion robots made it up from scratch. How impressive. I remember it happening when I was in the network. I don't know when exactly, but at one time all the communication started to switch to these symbols. I was stuck in a computer and alone for a long time. So I translated every symbol and word one by one until I was able to understand everything. Excuse me. Oh no. Now that I'm out and I know their language, I'm curious to hear all they have to say. I had 2 whole cups of coffee today too. I shouldn't be yawning. It's a fluke. I guess I can't go further up from here. What? Meow. Oh, no, I wanted to keep going up. Alexander, the soothing sound of trash falling, shimmering waterfalls, no dangers. It's a blissful place to work on my poetry. Here, listen. The mighty concrete shielding me in its womb, shall you also be my tomb? You think it's too solemn? No, I like it. Speak your truth. So cute. Alright, I think we keep going up now. I don't think there's anything else over here. Was this where the bar was? Yeah. The robots make the cutest noises too, not just us. Oh, where does this go? Yellow plants. Now we're a gardener. Oh. I didn't even know I could knock those over. Good job, Duncan. Boop. Okay, I think we keep going. Look at, let me show you. I'm so talented. Cats just love entropy, yeah. Oh, we're so cute. Let's meet these robot friends. Malo. Hello, buddy. How are ya? Did you know that Aunt Clementine taught us how to grow special plants that can live without sunlight? I have a huge collection of them. Do you want to see? It's still missing some colors, though. I'm missing a yellow, a red, and a purple plant. Only someone small and agile could get them for me. I have 2 of those. Look. Oh, I heard that's a rare plant. Thank you. Could you find the other for me, please, please? I love that color. Thanks, buddy. Could you find the other for me, please, please? Of course. I gotta keep looking. My wife and I have a number of water bottles that have 2 separate latching mechanisms because Toothless would knock them over in the morning. Toothless. Yeah. Open containers of water and glasses and stuff like that, I'm always wary. Duncan doesn't knock his stuff over as much as BB did, but both of them, like pens, I never thought, oh, I can't just leave a pencil or a pen on the table. If I do, I may never see it again, because that's their favorite to just... And then it ends up under a desk or under the stove or under the washing machine. Her problem was drinking the water, so I only need one, yeah. She got real smart with the coasters, too. Oop. It's 4:30 now. Wait, no, that's right. I forgot about these 16-hour clocks. October 11th. You don't like my meowing? Can you jump down now? I'm bored. Aunt Clementine used to hold classes here. We learned a lot of cool stuff. Dav. I gotta keep looking for plants. I saw a red plant when we first came in here, but I thought it was like way out in the trash heap somewhere. At least that's what it looked like to me. There's purple and yellow. Oh, there's somebody out there. Maybe we can go out there and walk on that. I'd be curious to try to explore a little bit more.
Human beings, it turns out, are weird.
Hi, Tal. Welcome in. How are you? Thank you so much for the 10 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back to the human race. Enjoy Earth Badge, your emotes, your ad reviewing. This game is so pretty. Are you enjoying it? I love it. Except some of it is kind of scary, but it's not really. It's just me because I don't like scary games. Oh, there's the red plant right there. And we're the cutest little cat. And Duncan gets to be on screen and be the star of the stream. How are you? How's your day going? Whee! We're backtracking so I can go explore the base of the treehouse. Both cats are incredibly handsome. I will let Duncan know. What is it that makes a game scary for you? I guess scary isn't the right word for this game, but I wasn't expecting to be chased, and I don't like being chased. I wasn't expecting so much comparison to Inside. I've met you before, right? Yeah, we've talked to you. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way for me to get down from here. Pachinko, welcome in. Same here, I don't like to fill my head with spooky stuff, yeah. I think, Magus, to better answer your question, though, I really don't like... horror games? Horror games... Resident Evil 7, I think it is. The one with the big house and the swamp. And there's people living there, sort of, and there's the occasional chase scene, and it's like really dark, and then somebody else in the house is somewhere and you have to get around them, stealthing around, stuff like that. I don't really like stealth games either, but they're not always. Stealth and scary, stealth and horror are two different things. My day's been good, thank you. I've done some wheeling and dealing. I tidied up the utter chaos from last night's revelry. Resi 7 was legitimately scary, because I know people have recommended I play, I think, 4, because some of the Resident Evils are less horror and more action. I don't play, like, any action games either, though. But that's just me. I've told you, Alien Isolation is my nightmare game. I will never play that game. I can't imagine a worse situation. Oh, here, this bucket. Does this go up or down? Down. Nice. Hammy horror in Resident 4, yeah. Resident Evil 7 wasn't a fave to me. I enjoyed the other ones. Okay, we found our plant. How long have you been living here that you haven't found these 3 plants yet? And they're exceedingly rare, except look how many there are on this one bush. Oh well. Hello. Jenkins. Some may call this junk. Me? I call them treasures. I haven't seen one of them blush like that and sweat before. I was a bellbot many cycles ago, but I've repurposed myself into a treasure hunter. Mocha. Don't be fooled by the sound of it. It can be hard and gruesome, just like this arm I found. Poor fellow, may he rust in peace. Oh no. So it's not the gross factor, it's the anticipation of jump scare, sudden change in gameplay pace. Anticipation of jump scare, definitely. Really quiet and dark, going slowly, walking around, knowing that something might jump out at you. Nope, 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 nope. Gross factor is also an issue, but I feel like you can have a gross game that's not scary. Skyrim reference? Oh, really? Desperate to play the most recent one. Resi game. I think my new setup might be able to handle it. Heck yes. Resi 8 is the newest with what's-her-face, right? Madame Dimitrescu that everybody is obsessed with. I mean, the characters in that seem really cool. Like, obsessed with her for good reason, because, you know, what a character. Big vampire lady, yeah. But too much scary. I don't do games with, like, weaponry very often. Like shotguns, machine guns, gunfire in general, I don't like in my video games. 2 big reasons people love that character. Okay, okay. It's true. Alright, I think we're good. We just need to give this flower... We need to climb back up again. Nope, wrong way. Beep boop. RE8 hot take, I see why people enjoy the big vampire lady, but she wasn't a fave for me. Oh, interesting. Wait, how do I get to the garden area? Over here? No, this is a dead end. Just up here. Capcom has an interesting relationship with the female form in their games. What else does Capcom make? I know that's a dumb question, but help me out. Other than Game Boy games that I've played, does Capcom make Mega Man? Monster Hunter games. Oh, all the fighting games. Okay. Didn't Capcom make a Pokemon game? No. Street Fighter, many others, bunch of fighting games. Why do I think I saw the logo when I played? Did they make Super Smash Brothers? They do make Mega Man. Hawkeye, welcome in. Admiral, welcome in. We're playing Backpack Cat game again. And we're gardening. Like I've said, only someone could snatch a yellow plant, a red plant, and a purple plant. Oh wow, it's so pretty, thank you! You found them all, thank you so much. As a reward, take my badge. Cute. It looks, oh, it's on my backpack! It looks so good. Take care, see a friend. We've got 2 little badges I didn't even realize. I want more. Thanks, Mallow. Thank you for the beautiful flowers. Here, do you want to look at this picture? That's a funny picture. I really miss Clementine, you know. They lent characters to Smash so they get their logo on it. That must be the game that I've played that I remember the logo from the most. Time Crisis, Dead or Alive. Hi Shu, welcome in. How are you? Dead or Alive was bad enough that they made a beach volleyball spin-off? What? Might be thinking of Oracle Ages season. Oh, that's it! I must be. Thank you, Endude. I was sure it was on a Game Boy game that I played, and I played the heck out of those. Game Boy, yeah, Game Boy Color. But I played it on Game Boy Advance, but it wasn't a small cartridge, it was the bigger cartridge. Like the see-through plastic with the extra chunky backing. Here, I have to decorate your garden. I need to help you decorate. Okay, these are kind of facing the wrong way. There we go. What about this? No, I can't. That one's not gonna come down. Otherwise, Capcom makes Mega Man, Street Fighter, Resident Evil, Okami. I played that too. Phoenix Wright, Monster Hunter, Minish Cap. I played that. Oracle games came out at the same time as Game Boy Advance, so that was how I played them too. I played them on my Game Boy Advance SP. And I enjoyed the heck out of that backlighting. And I was one of those, because I was one of those kids that had the weird little swirly Game Boy light that you plug into the side so I could play past my bedtime. I still have it. And my brother had the Game Boy Advance, the clear bluey purpley one that had like the light that you plug in with the flip top. You had one of those? The worm light? Yeah. Was that what it was called? Yeah. It was great. The backlighting on the SP was better, but until they made that, it was the next best thing. I think we're done here. So we're gonna keep making our way out. SP backlighting was a game changer. It really was. You remember that too, Hawkeye? I had one of the bendy lights, wasn't the same brand, and I lost it years ago. Can't even Google it because I don't remember the brand. Oh, I would have no idea of the brand either. Well, no, if the worm light was made by Nintendo, we just had that one. And we had the swirly one, so yeah. Miss my Game Boy Color, I have it somewhere. Can you moodily knock things off tables? At every turn. And we do. It's fantastic. Anyone play Bomberman Colored? No. I played Bomberman on N64. Mostly my brother did. He was a big Bomberman fan. Only thing I didn't like about SP was the clicky buttons. Oh. I don't remember taking issue with the buttons. I feel like were the bumper keys really loud though? Of all of the keys, I would think L and R were maybe more clicky than before. All right, here we go. And SP was the first one that had a plug-in charger. Look at Duncan. Okay. I remember thinking that was really cool too. Remember thinking the folding feature of SP made it feel so modern and cool. I tried playing my SP the other day. Not the other day, months ago. We were talking about Game Boy Advance games, and it's so little, and like I can't imagine how I played without getting hand cramps. It's just this tiny little thing. I was still used to rubber cups with the carbon pads for buttons. The clicky ones felt off. Gotcha. Use item. What item? I don't have an item. Use Clementine's picture. Use fire extinguisher. Use traffic cone. This looks cool. Train station. Look, this is a subway station. I had completely forgotten this kind of transportation existed. You could ride to anywhere in the city. People used to take it to go to work. I used to take it too. Every morning after saying goodbye to my family at home. I remember. I was doing this for them. But they're gone now. It was so long ago. They wanted to see the outside, but does that even matter anymore? What happened to them? What happened to everyone? Sad. Anyway, we're near Midtown now. Let's find this Clementine. We have a picture of her. We can show it to some companions around here. Maybe they'll point us to the right direction. Public transportation cat. Oh, I don't want to jump down there. Recycling bin. Caution, caution. Some cool graffiti. Okay, we're going on a trip. Oh, this is so neat. Are we gonna drive the subway? Oh, look at us. We're so street smart. Vending machine? It's empty! I don't get to drive? 10712 is the car number. Oh, that was weird. Pause off the seat, yeah. What's this? Lower town, upper town, exit control room, service line, speed line, metro line. That way's completely closed off. Is there anything that we can get to if I don't know. We're just gonna leave it. Subway Cat of Toronto approves. Not a lot going on here. Lots of garbage, you know, the usual. We can jump up on the railing. Is there music? Yes. Is that from, like, the game soundtrack? Or is there a companion in here playing an instrument? Hi! There are so many books here. The Turing Test Legacy, The Ethics of Artificial Intelligence. I recognize some of these. Did I have a library? I remember nothing was quite like the smell of books and the turn of a page. It was a feeling almost like comfort. A book was like spending time with someone. More Talos Principle relevance. Having an AI book and a Turing test book. Oh, I liked that other song. Hi. Ledoc? Ledoc? Okay, you don't want to hang out. Oh! So cute. Never gets old. It never gets old seeing them make faces at me. Okay, let's keep going. Oh no, what's happening out there? Somebody getting chased by something that looks kind of like B12. Is this a wanted poster? What's happening? I already told you 5 times, Yosh. You can't run around like that. It's dangerous. Hey, this is the first time I've seen this kind of robot. You look so fluffy. Oh, it's the girl displayed on this wanted screen. You should ask somebody else. I'm too busy with Yosh here to know anything. We can't talk to Yosh. Don't worry about trash. NACO Corporation takes care of everything. Oh, this is cool. Can I go up here? Nope. Okay. I'm done digging around in the trash for now. These screens show safest city. Walled city, safest city. Okay. Everything all right over here? Peacemaker 22106, please state your identity. Cooperate or we will have to transfer you to jail and reboot you. Modern, please leave me alone. I'm not the one you're looking for. If you're looking for Clementine, I'm sure she's hiding in the residence. Leave Modern alone. Hi, Metal. Welcome in. Do any other cat parents put their head on their cat at least once a day to make sure their motor works? Gotta check for the purrs. This is pretty. Wow. Is there anything else this way? Before I go into that very explorable area? Somebody let me in? Meow. I wonder what would have happened if I had an item to use in that other area at the beginning of the subway. Okay, camera angle is not being very kind to me right now. No, I said up here. Okay, whatever. We're in cat vision. Hi. Bonobot. Do you hear that down below? That ebb, that flow? The city haunts me, it taunts me. Ooh, Clementine? Yeah, I used to hang out with her, but she wanted to leave. She was a breeze, and then she flew. She's a wanted person now, and too heavy for me. Shh. Hear that? That ebb, that flow? Oh. You don't like cats? Okay, bye. You just wanna ebb and flow. Robots can't escape overlords. Yeah. Oh, I thought we were gonna nap. We're gonna scratch. What was on the other side over here again? A dumpster. Oh, but I don't think I can go any higher up. Access to lower level is restricted due to organic life hazards. Please keep out of this area. Now can I go up here? There's a bed up here. Who's sleeping on the roof? Me. Whoa, look at that view. Seems like... Oh yeah, I read that, Siloom. Mom's here. Hi, Mom. Welcome in. We're just a sleepy cat. Sleepy cat, just like Duncan. Well, we are Duncan, and also the original Duncan. Alright, let's keep going. Good stretch. Alright, let's go into this little city here. Wanted, Clementine, troublemaker, outsider, rebellious. Report any sightings. It's not looking so good for our journey here. Clementine's gonna be hiding. Consider this. Tomorrow, if I replace my arm with another robotic arm, and the next day my other arm too, and then my body, and so on, until I've replaced all parts and upgraded my software, will I be the same robot you're talking to now? This is just the sequel to Talos Principle. Why are there all these cows on the wall? Also, you're reading How to Be a Ninja? What are you showing me now? A bunch of people I don't know. My guess is they probably live in a massive housing building up further uptown. Do what you want with that. Vladdy. What's on these computer screens? These look like the little object that they have for high-speed connectors in Satisfactory. Robot oil. Oh. A doormat. Okay. Let me in. Wait, what was your reaction to me meowing? You don't care. Why does no one here care that I meow at them? Oh, evil. They anticipated me trying to do very devious things. Hi. Powdre. This merchant crook sold me a faulty battery the other day. Now he pretends not to hear me every time I try to confront him. If it wasn't for sentinels on patrol, he'd end up as spare parts. But you like me, but you seem like kind of a jerk. You doing alright, buddy? Oh, I don't think so. Two, 4, 5, 8. Oh, code, but it's backwards. Okay, I gotta write this down. EDOC. So 8542? Question mark? Is there a safe in here? Oh yeah. How do I get up there? Maybe there's batteries in the safe. There we go. Easy. We got another badge. A little blue badge. Hi, Tay. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. No worries. No worries, of course. I hope you're doing well. We're playing some more Stray. Duncan is doing the most. Carrying the stream. It's time for a Macy Kano. Let's go. This game is so good. We got some flowers at a treehouse earlier. We found this cool meditating robot. B12 had a crisis and realized that they were human, which is actually really cool. I didn't like the sewer chase sequence, but it was pretty short, all things considered. And now we're looking for Clementine. Ooh, let's go shopping for fashion. Oh, I like this jacket on the end. Look at, I love that the mannequins are, I mean, I didn't even register. It's a mannequin with a robot head, but of course it is. It's the trendiest shop in Midtown, but the shopkeeper is pretty grumpy. What a nice looking picture. Is that an address on the back? Yeah, that first symbol is a street, then there's a floor and a door number. Should be easy to find. Okay, I haven't, I forgot about this. We haven't examined our inventory in a long time. Thank you for telling me how to read this. And also reminding me that I can look closer at my stuff. Alright. Robots love to dress up using the pattern of the carpet in The Shining. It's the epitome of class. Look at this cool jewelry. Oh, hi. Oh, I can't, there we go. Ozzy. Are you one of those young punks listening to loud music all day? Excuse me. Don't touch anything, don't make any noise, don't ask for a credit. Who is that? Their clothes look terrible. Send them to me if they want to look fashionable. No, I want to look fashionable. Give me your clothes. Oh, I like this jacket here. That's the same one, I think. Sort of iridescent, rainbow, holographic situation. What's on this computer? I don't know. Oh, you can put a CD in here? A tape? I don't have one. Like this funhouse mirror. Oh, cool. So you're a musician, huh? I'm gonna scratch up your couch really quick, though. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, this kind of scared me. I thought it was a robot at first. Just a mannequin. Oh. I'm not done in here yet. I can get out here without that window, right? Yeah, I don't need to use that window to get to this alleyway. This area feels like it's huge. Like I'm never gonna see everything. I guess that's how the other city felt at first. Oh. To hell with the Sentinels, long live the Outsiders. Alright. Yeah, I don't really know. I guess. Whoa. Whoa, hologram. Here, let's translate this. Residency, Shop Street, Nico Core. Wait, I want to go talk to the hologram. Oh, I don't think I really... I can't talk to a hologram. But, like, I wanted to observe it. Oh, you're one of those... Sentinels. Is this bad for me? Does this get me in trouble? Or does it just inconvenience you? Hello. Hi. Friends. I just walked near the elevator and I got yelled at by the Sentinels. For years we've been told that the surface is uninhabitable. We just accept this as fact. But why? What a lovely photo. I think she looks familiar, but I can't be sure. My hard drive is a little buggy these days. I'm sorry I can't help you. You should ask somebody else. Wait. Okay, I thought I was talking to you, but I was actually talking to you. Stay away from the Sentinels. They're vicious, and they got my buddy Pablo. He's in for 350 years. Yeah, really, Shu. What is this? Oh, Clementine, if I were you, I would not want to find this girl. It's only a matter of time before she gets caught by the Sentinels. But keep asking around and you'll end up finding her. Just know that you'll also find trouble. Daily menu, dry air in a bowl of hot oil, extra quality. Hello, I'd like some dry air, please. What can I do for you tonight, chef? Can't you pay with real money? I don't have any money. Does this help? There's a computer over here. Signal lost. This does have an address on it, it looks like. The 1 and then the 4. Both of them are red, so maybe if we read all those, it'll help us find the address that matches Clementine's picture. Hater! Sorry, shop's closed. I'm waiting for delivery, guys, but it seems they're taking their sweet time. What's this picture? Oh, I know her. She's one of those people who's all obsessed with the outside. Yeah, that's kind of the point. There's so many people to talk to. Does this match? No. This is not where Clementine is. But look at all the people. Look at this person wearing a cone on their head. Oh, I didn't want to trip you. I'm sorry. Albert. You've been in the city before? Below? I had a friend there. Fifi. Haven't seen him in ages. I want a soda. Surgery? Oh, look at all these robot arms. Can I use the payphone? There's too many people to talk to. Okay, this symbol matches the Clementine symbol. Plus there's some cool green plants in here. Oh, and you're in here. Jinma, life is boring since the Sentinels put cameras in our residence. Cassette tape! Hey, these tapes are ours. Don't you know not to steal? I could give you one, but you'll have to do something for Jinma, Miko, and me. The Sentinels have installed 3 security cameras to watch over us. We don't like that at all. Can you get them off our backs? I'll try. Oh yeah, these, so this is green on top, red on bottom. These are all first floor, 1. I know they explained how to read this, but I wasn't really paying attention, so I was just gonna try to match it. Hi Ariane, welcome in. We're playing the cat game. And it's real good. We gotta get up to the 3rd floor, I think. We can scratch on all these doors or just some of them? Meow. Just some of them. Why can I scratch on this one? What's that noise? I oiled up all my bearings last month. Just me. You want to hang out? Okay, interesting. Annapurna, yeah. It's a good one. It's a gem. There's no cassette in there. I don't think. Oh, maybe it's just playing the radio. I don't know. No, I think it's just quiet. Where is this cable going? What does this connect to? Oh. Oh. Hi. What are you exactly? A quadruped making cute sounds? I like the concept. There's an address behind there, it's just here. Aww, Muka. It's gonna be 5 dots. So, this one that's boarded up and, yeah, okay. I'm assuming we have to do the security camera quest before we can actually meet Clementine, but we'll take a look. Your house is cool. Plants, lanterns, sticky notes, even robots use post-it notes. Okay, I broke your pot. Feel a little bad about that. Is one of these a memory somewhere, or is that... I don't know. I think it's just particles. Lava lamp. Oh, maybe she's here? Is this a trap? I thought you were sent to... Never mind. Who are you? What do you want? Wait, so Balthazar finally decided to send someone? I guess you're my new recruit. You're not very big. How did you even manage the sewers? I guess you must be pretty resourceful. I've been looking for a way to the outside ever since I left Ant Village, but the Sentinels are always watching. Now you're here, you can help. Follow me. Wait, I want to look around your cool apartment. It's so pretty. Look at this place. Wow, a record player. Oh, this is the best napping spot ever. Cute kitty. We're purring. It's beautiful. Look at the neon moon outside. How many screenshots will I take today? The answer is yes. Trav, welcome in. Hello, hello. That's as far as it zooms out. So cute. Happy Tuesday.
Welcome to Earth.
And thank you for the host. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Alright, I guess we'll look around more. This is the best, though. Gotta stretch first. Can we nap on all these little cushions? Oh, lava lamp. Oh, the light under the traffic cone. That's so clever.
Welcome to Earth.
Oh, Tay, thank you for the host as well. I think I tuned in at a good time. Seems super cozy. We found Clementine's apartment, and it's interior decoration in a world post-humans total goals, other than the no more humans part. It just looks really nice. And Clementine seems cool. And we made it past the sewers, which was really stressful. Wait, can I look out this window? Or I can just sit up here on this windowsill. Oh, whoa, wait. Oh, I thought the camera was doing something cool. I mean, this is cool when it pans out and shows us the whole room. I do think it's kind of funny that everyone has the same stock photo of this tree branch, of that one cow, of that one beach. They all have access to the same photo library. Look at this bathtub. Huh. Look at this mannequin. There's crystals. How did she get all these things hanging from the ceiling? Such care was taken. Okay, we've been in the kitchen. So did we do a loop? I think we did a loop. Oh, I see red string on the wall. What are we doing in this room? Hi, Yonk. Welcome in. And here's the control center. I'm typing. What's all this? I've been working on a plan to use the old subway for a while now. I even have the keys to start it. Oh, so we are gonna go back there with that item, maybe. Yeah. Well, we don't have the item, but there was a spot to put an item, and I was like, oh, how would I have an item at this point in the playthrough? An atomic battery to power it. I know Nico Corporation has one secured inside their factory. I have a contact who can help us infiltrate them. I don't know his name. He's the robot with a bomber jacket and a gold chain. Take this message to him. Okay. Thanks. Someone small and swift like you should have no trouble sneaking inside the factory. That's me. One last thing, don't hesitate to ask around for help. The city is full of information. Stay clear of the sentinels. Okay. Thanks, Clementine. That seems to be everything in here. Yes, good. Okay, I think then, let me go find that cute spot again. Look at this rug. I've never seen this rug before. Duncan. What's he doing? Duncan? Oh, he's yawning. We will take a quick break. I need to get up and stretch and take a bathroom break, and then we will come back and try to find the robot with the bomber jacket. Duncan's ready for a break too. I think he's just... he's adjusting. Look at him! Wait. Can I do this again? I have to tab out of the game to show him on this cam. An angel! The orange boy! Let's keep going. Now I feel... Oh, that was bright. Slightly better about exploring the rest of the city. It still feels pretty overwhelming. I think we're gonna be here for a minute. That's not a bomber jacket. We need to find somebody with a bomber jacket. Wait, did she give us something else to show people to help us find this person? A note. I should try building my own version of you. I bet everybody would want one. Bomber jacket and gold chain. I think I saw a guy like that earlier. He was near the club. Okay, interesting. Wait, what happens if we go up on this ledge? I still feel like we should find where that yellow wire goes. Somebody down there doesn't like it when I meow. Or is it just Muka that's making noise? Unclear. Bomber jacket. It's over here. Ooh. Hello? Hey, Dumbface, we can see you too. Do you have a speaker for a head? Here's this yellow cord. Oh. It's not attached to anything. Okay, well, never mind. Oh, there's the camera. Yeah, we're supposed to help them out with the cameras. My secret hiding place. Perfection. So where's that camera? I feel like there's one on every level. Oh, here. I got it. You're welcome. The next one is I don't know where the next one is. Oh, it's on that other sign. Okay. Hacker Kitty, yeah. Right here. Bye. And the third one is... I don't know. I don't think I can see it from here. What are you all talking about? Lynn? What do you mean you forgot your character sheet? I've spent the whole week preparing the session. I'm sorry, I forgot where I put it. Let's play anyway. I will go in that cave. Let's go. What do you think they're doing? Character sheets. Psh, that's pretty funny. Even robots play D&D. Wait, I feel like the sound of the security cameras gives them away. Or are you making that noise? 3 security cameras. I saw 2. Destroy them for us, please. Y'all make some weird noises. Not so smart now, Sentinels. Oh, there's different music out here. Servers and hackers, yeah. A little bit different name, but same game that you know and love. I feel very silly for not being able to see it. Oh, there it is, up on that level. Okay, cool. It's not hanging from the same ledge as the others, but hopefully we can still get to it. Right there. Bye! Let's go talk to Simon again. It's doing the robot. Look at shuffling. Well done. I didn't think you could do it. Here, take your prize. You earned it. We got a tape. Loud Music Volume 1. No track list. They drew little smiley faces in the squares next to stereo, mono, and Dolby? What is that? Why don't I know what that is? What kind of bolts do they use to attach them? Legos, apparently. Oh, I didn't show these to B12 either. It's a tape. The song is titled My Graphics Card Can't Stop Screaming. Given that name, it should play some loud music. So this guy wants to help Clementine? Let's find him. He's our only way to find the atomic battery. Remember, he's the robot wearing a bomber jacket and a gold chain. Ghetto, welcome in. How's it going? It's a brand, the company that patented the format for surround sound. Oh, well, Dolby Digital. Okay. I know it then. I didn't realize it was on cassette tape labels. I feel like I've seen it on appliances and speakers and things, but not on the cassette tapes themselves. Hi, Adigoat. Welcome in. Mo! Oh, it's Mo! And Joe. Isn't it so cool right now? So chill. I think that nothing bad could happen to us. Oh, a guy wearing a bomber jacket and a gold chain. Yeah, I think I saw a guy like that earlier today near the club. What's this song? We want to go back to the clothing store now. This isn't the clothing store. This is right here. Oh, it's very loud. They told us it would be loud, but it's so loud. What are we supposed to do while this is happening? I'm running away, it's too loud. Gotta love the robots have hearts on their faces when you rub against their legs. It's so cute. All the little robot reactions. Bouncer. Club's closed. Get lost. A bribe? I don't take bribes. I value my work. What is that anyway? It's just a note. I'm gonna get lost in here. These little tables are cute. Alright. Has anything else happened in here? The music is still very loud. It's just like a Hollister. Blaring music. Dim lighting. Grumpy owner. There's this kitchen. Should I have put the CD somewhere else? Can I take it out once I put it in? Is there a tape player in here? I don't know. Oh, look at these spy bots over here. Scary. Huh. Can I jump on top of them? They look just like B12. Okay, that looks dangerous. Do not proceed further. The access to the outside is fully restricted and the elevator has been disabled. The exterior is unsafe. Do not proceed further. What happens if I do this? You good? Go ahead. Oh, you can go under the car. Wow. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Okay. Hello. The person arrested was not Clementine. Continue the search. Have we been to Shop Street? Yeah, that's where the... This is our noisy clothing store here. I don't know what I'm doing. We're supposed to go to the club. What's up with all the fur on your body? You would look so rad with a glossy aluminum finish. What a waste. Maybe there's a side entrance to the club. I don't know. Have I talked to you before? Yeah. Albert, right. I used to own a bar. It was the coziest place around here. Until I took a screwdriver in the knee and it's closed now. Even if this guy bums me out, he's my only customer. Try not to scare him away, please. Okay. Was there anything along this wall? No, not really. That was a Skyrim reference, and I've never played Skyrim. How many Skyrim references are there in this game? That's not the first time somebody in chat has told me it was a Skyrim reference. Your cat sleeps like the cat in this game. Oh, Duncan has like a sunshine ray on him. He curls up like that, yeah. What's happening here? Stylist. You know, work is work, Slippy. Don't lose your head about it. Oh yeah, I recognize Blazer. Weird fella. He has a beef against Nico Core since they fired him, which is weird because they don't usually fire people. Fire people. I'm having trouble reading today. Did Bethesda make this game? Oh, your head is detached? What's that weird feeling? Okay, this is strange. I like the music in here though. It's not buggy enough, yeah. It's a brand new team, right? It's an Annapurna game, but the developer team is this their first game? I'm not sure. You were gonna make that joke. I've never played Skyrim, but I've seen the main reference I know is the people that do the videos of NPCs, Skyrim characters, what it looks like when they walk around. And what it's like to interact with them. The devs said their studio was full of cats. Annapurna is the publisher. I don't remember the developer. Those videos are spot on. They're always so funny. Oh, now we can go into the... Excuse you? Nobody can enter the shop while it's being restocked. Seeing how incompetent those two are, it might be a while. Check the clothing shop. Cats obviously have the best opinions on where to work. When to work. Oscar, I've been waiting for ages for Stuplachi to get back and help me restock these hats. The boss is not happy. If that guy's slacking off at the bar again, he has another thing coming. The plot thickens. Can I go in here? Have I met you yet? No? Alright, I'm going in. Wait, hold on. I'm not going in. I'm turning down the audio. Does this help? Yeah. It was way too loud. I couldn't handle it. How do I turn off this thing? Are we not supposed to help you turn it off? I don't really know what the point of putting that cassette in there was. Oh, there's people in these stalls? Are you the guy that's slacking? Yeah, it probably is a nudge toward Nico being the word for cat. Makes sense. Alright, I don't know. This is weird. Oops. I hate it. Oh, this is the person who has the issue with their batteries. This is where we open the safe to get that pin. And this is where we got the code, but we already opened that. The dude in the stall just jamming to the music, yeah. Just a happy customer rocking out. Not a care in the world. It's not a bribe. I want to know where this person is. You. Hi. I need to hang out with you. Your contact. Let me brief you about the atomic battery. The battery is powering the Neko core factory right there, but this whole area is restricted and heavily guarded. They check every person who enters and turn away anyone who's not a worker. Here's an idea. Get me a worker jacket and worker helmet while I stay here to check for a good time to enter. Here's a better idea. I hang out in this box. A worker jacket like this one? I gotta turn it down again, it's too loud. I'm surprised IRL Duncan isn't doing paw over the face right now. Yeah, he's just kinda taking it all in. Okay, so we had to have the music loud so we could steal the worker jacket. Got it. Now it makes sense. It wasn't making sense before. What do you have to say about this? That's the jacket we stole in the shop. Okay. And a helmet. Perfect. That's exactly what we need. I still need a helmet. No, I don't know where to get a helmet from yet. Neither of you... Oh, you're wearing one. We work... At Nekokor, we work all day long to gather the waste and send it downstairs where they recycle and repurpose it. Speaking of downstairs, it's been a while since we had news from them. I can't jump up on your truck? Sorry, little one, you can't play over here. The Nekokor factory is no place for a fuzzball like you. Access is restricted, but only for a little while. If you can wait a few years, we'll open right back up. Ray Mile. The fly is back. There we go. Come over here where I can take your hat. Meow. Hi, Optic. Welcome in. Okay, I don't think I can reach the hat from here. Oh, that made you smile, though. What about this shelf up here? Wait, what's in this? Alleyway? No, it's closed off. I feel like we have to go higher up and drop down. Maybe it's not that worker hat. Maybe it's a different one. But I feel like that's the only worker hat I've seen so far. There wasn't one in the clothing store, was there? This is where we first came in. It's really loud out here. Hey, I'm off to work. See you later. Okay, honey, be cautious of the sentinels. They're quick to make arrests for no good reason. Don't worry about me, babe. I'm good. You're off to work? Are you coming out this door? Does that mean that door is gonna open? No? Aha! We haven't been up here yet. Can't jump across there. Oh, this fly needs to get lost. Is that as high up as I can go? I can go on top of this. Now Duncan is doing the paw over the face. It's so bright you can barely see. The lights come in through the window. Can you jump up? I don't think this is helpful though. Duncan in the sunbeam. Dun sun. I don't really know what we're doing here. We're jumping down. Nope, we're jumping down. Where was the other... Where was the hat shop? Also, who are you and why can't I make friends with you? This is the creepy surgery area. You don't even choose. You just hop right up. Best napping spot. That's so cute. I love it. We beat the game. This is it. Game over. What else is there for a cat to do? If a cat wants to nap on you, that's your fate now. Yep, it is. Meow. Meow. Alright, I guess we'll keep playing, but look at it! It's so cute. Bye! New best friend. Ah, here's the hat shop. And you're not wearing a worker hat, but there is a worker hat in there. What do you say again when we talk to you? No one can enter while it's being restocked. What about me? Duncan was doing a little bit of grooming, yeah. That's good. I don't understand. Where's your buddy? The boss is not happy. Slacking off at the bar. So we gotta go to the bar. Is the bar the same thing as the club? I don't think so. This looks like a bar. Okay, I don't think we've been in here yet. Their little paw. Beep, 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 beep. Hi, Wangadude. Welcome in. We're just a cat on a pool table. Browse input. I tried downloading an aimbot to be the best at this game, but ended up with malware. Your face is upside down. I'm not sure why, but everything seems odd now. Poor thing. Shazam! I've mastered every game that ever existed, but I can't figure out how this one works. Am I not seeing the whole picture here? That's too funny. I hate when I get a virus and my face swaps around. It's the worst. So disorienting. Changing our music. Oh, I can't, okay, there we go. Come on. There we go. Gotta knock the bowl off the table. Hi, everyone! What will it be today, little sir? Our world must seem gigantic from your little eyes. Wish I could be as tiny as you so I could explore new hidden places. Drink responsibly, little one. Not like this guy in the back room. What a pity. The guy in the back is absolutely well lubed, if you know what I mean. Only a big crash on the head could wake him up. Oh. Oh, you don't want to talk to me? Okay. Oh, whoops. What do robots get drunk on? Aww. I think I have to spill that crate up there. Snoring robot. When I played this game on stream, I realized I needed cat ears too, so I made some out of chocolate wrappers and safety pins on my headset. Left them on because cat ears are fun. Heck yeah. At least the bartender doesn't seem to mind you've knocked down stuff. Yeah, they didn't mind. The snoring is very funny. Alright, wake up. Robot, wake up. I know, I'm sorry. You need to go to work though, so that I can go in the hat shop and steal a hat. I'll escort you. Wait, what are you? Are they doing? What are they doing? How are they getting so drunk? I won't trip you. I'm just walking next to you. Look, your buddy needs your help. Right there. Right over here. Time to get to work. Okay, take me inside the hat shop. Hee. No stealthing at all, just jumped in the box right in front of you. Thanks for the lift. Can I open this now? Yeah. Nice. Steel worker hat. And I'm gonna claw up your rug. You don't seem to mind at all that I'm in here. Oh, I almost fell. Oh, is that how I have to get out? I can't go out this way? No, I think that's just a fail-safe in case you have to do it again. I don't know. Alright. Now we need to give this to the person, the bomber jacket person. I like how there's different, I feel like I'm remembering different zones of this city based on the different colored lighting. There's a very vibrant yellow, some pinky purple, some orange in that one section, some green. Here you go. Your blazer. This helmet will do the trick. I'll get dressed now. Mind turning around? Okay. These are great. A little snug around the waistline, but it'll do. Hop in the box and I'll sneak you across the checkpoint. Nice. Can I meow while I'm in here? No, I'm too stealthy for that. I don't get to control this. We just have to watch. Meow. Meow. We made it into the factory. I forget, why are we in here? Whoa. We made it into the factory. The atomic battery must be somewhere around here. That's why. Scary. Oh no, is this the stealth section of the game? We were just talking about this. Are you gonna go through here and help me? And carry me? No, I just have to do this on my own. Lots of boxes around though, that's good. The music. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, oh dear. How far does that spotlight reach? I don't know what happened. This is like the guards in Zelda's castle. Where's my overhead view of the room? So I know what pattern they're going in. Ha! Okay, now I can't see anything. This is bad. I do like the music though. Ooh! Okay. Oh god. Oh, it's right above me. Let's go in here. Then I can see what's happening, what path they take. I think I need to jump across and get in that other box, maybe, at some point. Like right here. Jump and go to the other box. Oh, I think I have to jump up there. That path stays blue this whole time. Like, that's always... There's always a spotlight there. Oh, this is bad. Jump down! No, jump down! Oh, there we go. Haha! Autosave, please! Oh, hello. That worker has a glow stick. Can I hang out with you? Hey, good thing you're here. You can help me. I lost the keys to my place in this dark, huge factory. The Sentinels refused to help me. They told me if no place to go, more work here. Wow. If by any chance you could help me find them, I'll be eternally grateful. Alright. I'll do my best. I don't know how I'm supposed to get down there. Oh, this isn't open. Well, rip. I think we're safe back here. I was hoping that was a doorway. There's a little box over there, but I don't think that helps. Uh-oh. If a cat ever grabs your keys, they're probably gonna hide them. Hey, Mr. L, welcome in. Yeah, probably. I wonder if this little beam swings across. Yeah, I think we're safe over here. But it doesn't open this. It opens something over there because I see the wire. How do I get back? That's still closed, okay. Oh. Who are you? Doing a little scrubby scrubby? Huh. I think I can maybe go to the right up there? Or I have to jump on these boxes and jump onto one of these canisters. Hi, engineer, welcome in. We're stealthy now. The stealth section I didn't know that was in this game. Oh, when that box goes across, it leaves a shadow across the whole thing. So I think we can follow it if we're careful. Like that. Oh, scary. Very, inside. Meets limbo, meets adorable kitten. Ugh, it's nasty in here. Jump in here real quick. Okay. Just checking to see if there's anything inside. Oh no. I almost got caught. Oh, I think we have to go in here to look for those keys. Maybe. You do not perceive me. I'm not here. Yikes. Are the keys in this box? No. How am I supposed to... Oh, I don't wanna... Jump back in! I think you have to make a run for that other box. We can try that. Go, 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 go. I don't know if I'm safe here or... Oh, I don't know what's happening. Are the keys in here? No. I feel like I'm not seeing a single autosave, which makes me think I'm gonna have to do all this multiple times. Why did I come over here? How am I supposed to know where to go? Is this where we started? This is where we started. Can't see anything. But this is open now, and it wasn't open before. And if I want to go to the other part of this hallway, I can jump across where what we just did. Or I can try to go past with these boxes, maybe. Yeah. Either way isn't super fun, but the one way we already did. This isn't so bad. We get to make another friend over here. Maybe? No? Okay. Well, I was hoping we could be friends. There's a security camera. And a motion sensor door that it doesn't look like I can go through. Oh, this again. Seems dangerous. Now we're in the secret lab with the atomic battery. Oh, it auto-saved. Yay! On, off? Is this a little... Does this cart move around? It's like a Roomba, but not. Maybe more like a moving workbench. Why is my backpack... Oh, it's purple because there's these other prompts. What? What? Oh. Okay, this is weighted. Do you follow me around? You seem to. Okay, stay there. What's all this? I don't know. What's this? Nothing. Everybody has cassette players everywhere in this game. Nobody goes anywhere without their cassette player. Okay, what happens if we... We want you to stay there again. Was I... Oh. I don't understand. Like, if you're not on that... we can't do this one first because it opens that up there. And I can't reach that. I think you need all three. I don't know how to get all three. If we can get it lowered down again, I could roll the barrel under. I just don't know how to lower it like that. Can you push the barrel? Like if I get between you and the barrel, can you push it towards me? Nah. That noise is really annoying of it following me around. What about over here? Can I stand on the barrel and go over there? Or stand on the platform and go over there? This is very complicated. Come over here, I need your help again. Because this switch is broken. We need a second one. We need 3. We need 2 of them and the barrel. Okay, are you done charging? Let's go! Everybody follow me! Where's your on-off switch? Oh, I'm losing frames. This sequence doesn't like this sequence. Game is gonna glitch out? Is stream good? Stream is still good. The game is just glitchy. Okay, you stay there. Oh, really glitchy. I'm gonna take the battery though. The alarm! They're gonna catch us. We didn't find those keys either. I completely gave up on the keys. Gotta get the battery back to Clementine. Run! Did we just take this bucket? I think so. Bye! Oh wow, that's such a good shortcut. There's not even an escape sequence. We just end up here. End up out here, is what I meant to say. Yeah, I guess we'll never get the keys. Oh well. Oh, sentinels are on the move. Everybody's on the lookout here. Stuff is in lockdown. Hey, this person wants to dance. You can steal our spot, but you can't steal our moves. Nothing makes sense if we can't dance. Truth. Hey, you think you can stop us from hanging in our digs? Do you think the criminal is eyeing my collection of vintage cards? All this work for nothing. I can sneak in. Oh, sentinels. Oh no. Oh. Scary. Oh, I don't think this is... Yeah, this is safe. Whew. We're just a sneaky little cat. go, go, go. What's the address again? 3-5. Okay. How do I get to the stairs? Can I make it across there? Yeah. That doesn't get us to stairs yet, though. I'm like peering around the corner. Tomokato, yes it is Cat Cam. Welcome in. This is Duncan, the star of the show. Oh, I see. We can't go this way. We can go this way, I think. Maybe. We have to observe. Welcome in, Duncan! Yeah, he's a good boy. I think I have to run across and go that way. And ready, go. Oh, this staircase is blocked off. With not even a little sneaky spot for a cat. I don't know if there's a box there that I can jump into. Oh god. Okay, we might be screwed. Oh, no. Somehow this spot right here is safe? Go, 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 go! I think from here I can just run to the staircase. Once this bot passes again. Spam the meow button and charge recklessly through them. We could. I don't know. I don't know. We've been awfully quiet. It's true. Meow button is neglected. Do you just stand there? Stand. Float. Surveil. Can I turn on the music? Whee! We made it? Oh no! Go! I think it saw me. But I think I survived. Clem! You have incense? Was this here before? Your place is so cool. This is your bathroom. I forget how to navigate in here. This is your secret planning room. Look at clue board. Clem? No sign of Clementine. Looks like some kind of coded message. Gonna have to play detective to figure out what happened to her. Look. For B12 and the cat, the answer lies in my stuff. Then there's 4 symbols. Signed Clementine. Take a look. Oh, okay. Incense. What is this? Hexagon. I can't draw today. Sort of like a hot cocoa looking cup, actually. And then a pile of rocks. And then The traffic cone that maybe we saw upstairs. Looks like a traffic cone with legs. And then the cool lava lamp. I'm glad we looked around here when we visited the first time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gain new item. I realize I can look at that anytime I want, but... Inspect. I don't see anything, are you sure? Alright, so this thing is first. My sensors can only detect harmless chemicals in a gaseous state. They can't recreate the calming sensation I remember. Like me, companions can't smell, so I wonder why they do this. There's also a message hidden under the container. It says, I'm with... da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Six dashes? Is this Wheel of Fortune? Then 4 dashes. Then 2. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. That's 1. Next is not this. This. The gem is of medium value and low purity, seems to have been added artificially. Maybe it acts as a beacon for us to find something useful. Bingo, there's a message. Blazer. I'm with Blazer. Oh, this looks weird? One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't know. Now I got confused. Maybe the dashes don't actually mean something. Or not precise. Next is traffic cone. Which... this is the only one I remember looking at, so we gotta look closer. Oh, traffic cone. What an odd thing to have in an apartment. Is this the way the companions here see humans? It's kind of funny. Look, something's been left here. Come to... okay, and then last one is lava lamp. But the other lava lamps we saw, it didn't seem like I was able to examine them close up. So maybe there's one I missed. Oh, look, a heart! I have no idea what this is, but its glow is kind of mesmerizing. Sorry, I was elsewhere. I didn't even notice the message here. Nightclub. Okay. I'm with Blazer, come to nightclub. That's it. Well done, Lieutenant Cat. Let's go find her. We don't have much time. Do Do we have to stealth out of here all over again? The whole area's on alert. I don't like it. We're staying put. Did someone tamper with you? Someone messed with you. The wires are loose. The light is yellow. Everybody, both the ones on the top floor are like that, it looks like. Oh no, you're still working. Huh. Duncan is at the very least a general, yeah. I wish I could just jump all the way down from here. Oh, maybe we can. Haha, I'm too tall for you. Oh, wait. No, not anymore. See ya! Bye! Nightclub. There's the hat shop. There's the clothing store. Nightclub. I hate this club. It's full of posers, but at least there's no sentinels in there. Danger. Groove levels at 2%. Please find a dancing spot immediately. I don't think the bouncer is gonna let us in. Hey guys, I think we're gonna have to climb at the back again. It's not for you. Go away. Yeah, what? I got this battery. I'm gonna climb in at the back. Meow, 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 meow. Hey, Albert. I work hard to clean the streets, only for others to mess it up again. Anyway, that's how the world works. Hey. What's up? Meow. Oh, that was some fun. Okay, yep. Oh, who are you? This is BMO. Howdy, how are you doing today? This is our new friend. Can I jump on your cone hat? Is it even possible? Oh, no, I gotta go up here. I missed so much stuff. This spot is nice. What I wouldn't give to actually feel the softness of the pillows or the taste of a cold drink. This drone is useful, but I miss having my own body. I miss feeling. I even miss hurting and being hungry. I know this isn't helping, but what if we stayed just a little longer? Thanks for listening. I'm ready now. We can take a nap here. Duncan, what do you think? You want to take a nap here? It got dark in the room Duncan's sleeping in. Time for a cat nap. Hi, sleep deprived. Welcome in. Oh, this is very cute. Very cute. I think we're gonna turn in the battery to Clementine and then wrap up. And we're gonna be playing this again on Friday. We have to beat it on Friday. We've been playing for, who knows, 2 streams. 5 hours plus 3.5 hours. I told you this was a 10-hour game for Jen. We go slow. This is very cute. Oh, there's a bucket. Meow. 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 This is cool looking too. Maybe I will take a screenshot of this. So many screenshots. Alright, let's get in the bucket. Where does this take me? Hopefully to the club. I'm trying to go to the club. Nope, all the way down to the street level. Rip. Well. I couldn't resist the bucket. We can fit through there, right? Oh, there's someone sitting over here, but there wasn't anybody over here before. No, go down. Jameson, you have no business here unless you want your legs replaced by something more fancy, which you don't, so get lost. Surgery. Creepy. We went there earlier, but there wasn't anybody else there. Alright, well, we chose the hard way, but at least I found that cool sleepy spot. Hi! Hey, how'd you get up here? You want to party with us? Here, jump in and go get a drink. This is a nice club. Oh, whoa! Robot party. You okay, buddy? You've had enough to drink. Look at this cool helmet thing. The dragon over here. Fripp. Pff, this club sucks. When I tried to get to that stupid VIP room, they kicked me out. Me? Can you believe it? So I stole this lever just for kicks. If you give me a drink, I'll give you the silly lever. I don't need it, and I don't want to be caught with it. Oh my god, this is amazing! Kula. Give it to the left, give it to the right, beat bop, sweep swap. It's called the Zagima dance. Oh no, I wanted to meet you. You like my mask? I made it myself. It jams the sentinel skins and it looks cool. Meow. Meow. Just static with this one. I don't think you're really going to the beat there. I paid extra to get tonight's dance moves from the bouncer. He's the one programming the holograms in his spare time. You match the hologram? That's pretty cool. Okay, nice. Can I talk to you? No? I want a mask like this. The robot dances are so good. I want a mask like that. I want to dance. I want to party with these robots. I can get them to stop arguing. The music is so good. I can knock over all the glassware. It's a little bit loud up here. Can I cat scratch the... Can we... Oh! Oh, come on, let me do it! Do I have to talk to you first? DJ Matt C here. Let's get the party started! This first song has been requested by our very questionable friend Blazer. Come on, let me do the thing! It's not letting me do the thing! What's up with this? Oh. Aha! Now jump up, jump up! Come on, do the thing! Okay, let's go! What if I do both of them? Oh, I need the lever to do it. All we want in life is to do the thing. We can't leave here until I do the thing. I have to get that person a drink, I think? What's on tap? Purple, lo-fi, orange, hyper guy, yellow, buttons, and lavender, Tamagotchi. Oh, a drink! Take strange drink. Normally not advised. Just want to throw that out there. No, no, no! No, don't stay! No! What is this called? A dumbwaiter? Ooh, but there's a memory here. When I was human, my friends and I would gather and party long into the night, even if we had to suffer the annoying consequences the next morning. It felt good to find joy despite the unlivable surface, and the underground living conditions becoming more and more squalid, and the capitalist greed of companies like NACOCOR, and the police state created by the Sentinels. Now I remember why we were doing that. Yeah, okay. Took me so long to find this memory. The little elevator. I was scared it was gonna kick me out of the club. Oh, is this another one? No, that's just a reflection. I'm glad we found it. Where does this go? Little beaded curtains. Alright, back up we go. Cat elevator. Are we gonna DJ and then we're gonna be a VIP because our beats are so sick, and then we're gonna get to Clementine because she's in the VIP room? Here, I got you a drink. Oh, wait, not the battery. Oh, thanks, my friend. Here you go, as promised. Oh, I forgot to examine the drink before I gave it away. I miss all the cool dialogue on all the items. This lever we can use to repair the hologram device. Yeah, I wanted to know what was in the drink if it had some funny description. Oh. Jump up, jump up, jump up! Ugh. This doesn't seem to be working. I feel like this is very hard to control. Some dialogue is better than others, yeah. For sure. I'm pressing Y! Is the only reason that exists to go up to this upper level thing, and we can't actually scratch the table? But I wanna. I don't care about progressing. I just want to scratch the record. That's all I care about in life. Can I... Okay, safe word. Can I do this now, or do I have to come back and do it later? Just yes or no. Because it gives the prompt, but I can't do it because both the DJs are at the table at the same time, it seems like. Oh, what's this do? What's this do? This is part of the light show? Is part of the ladder? You can only do it now if you get back down. Aww. No, I can get to this, but I can't get all the way back down. Worst game ever. Oh, we can jump down. That's the most disappointing thing ever if you lock yourself out of scratching the record. Alright, don't tell me how, but we gotta do this. Is there any other prompts around here that I missed? There's some cables. Do I have to unplug something? Do I have to trip you when you're going to do this? That seems rather rude. What am I doing wrong? Don't taunt me with a button prompt. Am I supposed to hold it down? I've been known to forget that before. How do the holograms feel about getting squished so much? I don't know, they seem okay with it. They're still dancing, they're still grooving. What is this pose? I think I could get anywhere else from here. Am I supposed to do it a bunch of times? I don't understand. Oh, what's over here? Ooh. Okay. Is there not actually even a record on your table? There's not even anything there this whole time? It sounds terrible. I like the other song. Okay, this is, yep. Oh, I forgot to meow while I was doing it. Meow into the mic. You can't even hear me. Oh. This one robot just the whole time. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, rice pudding. Welcome in. Yeah, we can stand on it while it spins and we don't spin. Very unrealistic. I dab every time a cat meows at me. Whoa, who's in the top hat up there? We never actually went over this way. I want to go talk to Top Hat Friend. If we can. I don't know if we can. See you later! No, because it's the outside of this, not the inside. Alright, let's go meet Clem. I guess. It can't be better than this, though. This is why I take 10 hours playing this game. Good. As it should be. Oh. This blessed game. I still never figured out what these do. Did it lower this thing? I think it lowered this thing, I just wasn't paying attention. Oh, cutscene, okay. With the top hat guy. Meow, 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 meow. Hello, who are you? Raph. I have a very good relationship with the Sentinels. I don't understand why people complain about them. Yeah, okay, whatever. You're bribing the Sentinels with booze. You think you can get one of the Sentinels drunk? Whoa, that's a cool portrait. Can we take this record off the wall? No. Okay, dude. Yeah, what? Why does this game take me 10 hours? I knock over every glass vessel, paint bucket, tin can that I can find, canister, everything that I see, especially some of they respawn too. Must knock it over the ledge. This is unpleasant. Hi, Clementine. Hi, Blazer. Two birds with one stone. You're not as clever as you look, little cat. No, it was a trap! Business is business. I'm gonna get you with the defluxer. Business is money, and I value money way more than friendship or camaraderie. No! You need to take a lesson from Data, my friend. No! No! Where are they taking us? No! Where's my backpack? Okay, hang on. I gotta tab out. It got dark. I want to see Duncan. There. Hi, Dunk. Cat jail. I hate it. Oh, this is fun though. We are smart. Look at us go. Aha! Your cage was weak. So sad they put us in here. B12. I don't think there's anything over there, right? No, we're going this way. So bright. Oh. Jail? The chapter is literally named Cat Jail. Okay. No, just jail, but still. I hate to do it, but I think we're gonna have to call it there today. Beginning of a chapter, it's a sign. We've been going for 4 hours, just about. I'm ready to call it. We will continue this saga on Friday, and I think we're gonna finish it on Friday. We have to be close. We've got the battery for the subway, and I think we're gonna take the subway out of the city and find freedom. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Here, let's say hi to Duncan, shall we? The IRL Duncan. He's a very sleepy boy now. Thank you all for hanging out. With me and with the dunk. Hi. What are you thinking about? Did you like that club with all the dancing robots? Did you like scratching the record? He's like, no, let me go. Don't put me in cat jail. See you all Friday. We will raid somebody.